Ripple just signed a massive deal with a central bank. They're worth $40 billion. They're hiring, expanding, winning in court. So why is the XRP price barely moving? If you're holding on to XRP expecting it to moon just because the company Ripple is doing well, you might be making a huge mistake. Today we're breaking down the disconnect, the 3 reasons why a successful Ripple doesn't always equal a rich XRP holder. First thing we have to talk about what you actually own. When you buy XRP on the exchange, you're not buying a piece of the company Ripple. You don't own their patents, you don't own their software, and you don't, absolutely don't get a share of their profits. And the SEC case broke this down, and the owners made this clear. The XRP is an asset, a digital currency. It is not equity in the company Ripple. Ripple is a software company. They sell products like Ripple Payments, formerly HODLer. Banks can use Ripple software to send money without ever touching XRP. They can use the private Ripple net to settle in USD, euros, or even stablecoins like Ripple's own RLUSD. So hold up. I thought that was the whole catch. If banks use Ripple's tech but skip XRP, Ripple gets paid, the company grows, but the demand for your XRP, it stays at zero. So I know what you're thinking. Hold up. But what about the on-demand liquidity? That's where XRP is used as the bridge asset to move money instantly. That must draw the price up, right? Not necessarily. Here's the technical catch. Velocity. For XRP to act as a bridge asset, the bank must buy and sell it within seconds, in and out. This creates high volume, but it does not create sustained demand. Think of it like a highway. You want a lot of cars, money passing through, but if nobody ever stops and parks and stays, buy and hold, the price doesn't go up. For the price to skyrocket, institutions need to hold XRP as a reserve. Right now, most of them are just passing through. And if you look at the 300 plus partners that Ripple have, close to none of them use XRP. They use traditional fiat or even Ripple's own stablecoins. They do not want to deal with the volatility of XRP. And we cannot talk about this whole situation without talking about the elephant in the room. Dun 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 dun. Then there was the escrow account. Ripple still owns a massive portion of XRP in the total supply. Billions of tokens. Every month, a billion XRP is released from the escrow. While Ripple puts most of it back, they also sell some to fund operations and incentivize partners. This creates a constant supply overhang. It's basic math. For the price to go up, the buying pressure must be stronger than a massive amount of token that Ripple and its early founders already holds. When the company Ripple grows, they often use XRP holdings as a war chest. That's great for the company, but adds more selling pressure to the market. So does this mean that XRP is dead, that it'll never go up? Hey, we can never say never. But man, is the bearish case growing? It hasn't made a new all-time high since 2021. Look at some of these other tokens. Hell, look at some of these other assets and other asset classes. I pray that you haven't lost a whole bunch of money in XRP. But I know one thing for every XRP holder. You have lost opportunity costs. You could have put that money to work so many different times, so many different ways, and had great returns. I hope this video broke it down for you that Ripple and XRP are two completely different things. One is a tech giant in Silicon Valley that is making massive moves, and the other one is a token fighting for usage. And I hope that they didn't sell you to buying a whole bunch of XRP based on Ripple is supposed to get all these contracts and XRP is going to be the token because banks are bypassing XRP. Look at all the stablecoin stuff. Hell, Ripple made their own stablecoin. Banks are making their own cryptocurrencies. So you have to do your own research. And if this is your first time to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We try to cover everything in all asset classes. And let me know down in the comments, are you holding on to your XRP? And also, do you think that Ripple owners are doing enough to help out XRP holders? I try to reply to everybody. Hit the notification button to stay up to date. You know, this market is moving fast. I'll see you next time.